other thing to note is that there's a difference between unstructured and structured analysis. And so back in the kind of in the olden days when people were first looking at RAM, how they would go about doing that is by using various tools like strings or a hex editor or grep or whatever to kind of figure out what text they could get from the memory sample. Things are complicated in memory, so not everything's contiguous. You want to build the context, and how you go about doing that is, first of all, rebuilding the virtual address space, that view that the operating system and everything can see. And then on top of that, you're going to break that across into kernel address space. That's the space that the operating system resides in. And then the user address space, which is where all the user applications are. And so that gives you even further context. If you happen to come across a piece of malicious code and you find it in kernel address space, well, then you know that that is something that is operating at a higher level. It's operating with kernel permissions, the operating system permissions. It can do anything that it wants. If it's within the user address space, it might be limited to that particular user that happened to get infected. And then as we start to get further up in the context, every application has its own address space. And so if it's within, like, let's say the Firefox address space, then we know that it's limited to that browser. And we know that whatever that code is, it's something within that browser's context. And so that gives us a point of basically how to interact with that code, like where the code might have come from and kind of how far could it reach out.